before we get into this review for episode 4 of House of the Dragon, let me apologize to you guys, all right? My bad for this coming out, you know what I'm saying, on Tuesday instead of Monday. We had a pretty bad storm, rolled through Wisconsin, got power knocked out and everything like that, and my phone for some reason wouldn't let me upload it to Drive so Adam could put it up. So you guys are getting it now. It won't happen again. Apologize. Thank you for being patient, but what it did do was let me think about my thoughts a little bit more so we can get a little bit more detailed on what happened in episode 4, because some very good things happened. Now, we know there was a time jump between some of the episodes because the kids are a lot older now. So you're looking at like Alicent being closer to 18, Riri being closer to 18, and them dealing with things that come with them being older, or as they like to call fertile, you know what I'm saying, in this show. And we know what women in this show are used for. They're used for bearing children when it comes to keeping the bloodline strong through royalty and different things like that. Now, the aspect I loved in this show, right, I'm gonna get right into it, is the parallels to Alicent and Riri when it came to them dealing with the pressures of procreation and sexual advances from partners and different things like that. Now, Alicent has been told that it is a job, it is a chore, it is something that the queen is supposed to do. The reason she read was to bear children for what was going on with them. And even through the scene that they show, which I have to say was tasteful as it could be, with her not enjoying it and it seeming like a chore, even her sleeping in a different bedroom, you know what I'm saying, different chamber than what the king slept in, and her being summoned, you know what I'm saying, like, to me it felt like a common whore, for lack of a better term, but like a servant, in order to bed the king so that, you know, he could feel better or get off or something like that, compared to when Daemon took Riri on the adventure, you know what I'm saying, after they snuck out and was getting ready to bed her, and his impetus, you know what I'm saying, popped up. Something that we saw happen in earlier episodes, you know, with him having problems with that, especially when him not being able to have control of the situation, when she seems to start enjoying what was going on. And we saw that spark between them, even though they're uncle and niece. It's a Targaryen trait, you know what I'm saying, to do something like this. You saw that spark form, and when she seemed to like and not be afraid of what was going on and welcome it, it seemed his impetus kicked in and he couldn't complete what he had, you know what I'm saying, going on. So when she left there and went and bed Cersei, you know what I'm saying, and the crazy thing is, he did it even though he had a whole oath to be celibate, you know what I'm saying, to never bear children or do anything like that again, being a member of the Kingsguard. And you know what I'm saying, them have that, and them do the side by sides between Alicent and Riri on her actually enjoying, you know what I'm saying, what was going on, understand how it should be freeing and it should be with somebody that she chooses to be with rather than being forced, was interesting to me. Now, Daemon did tell her, you know, like, you can marry whoever you want to and have to do, or marry whoever you have to and do what your duty, but that doesn't mean that has to be the only person that you're affectionate to, you know what I'm saying, type deal. And I'm thinking she's starting to see the openings of that, because even at the end of the episode, when the king told her that she was going to wed who he said, which is the Ceesake's son, she was like, I'll do what I gotta do, you know what I'm saying. I understand what all that's for, but you know, in the back of her mind, knowing that she could have her little Kingsguard guy, you know what I'm saying, on the side to be able to do what she wanted to do. With all that coming, you got Otto Hightower, who ended up getting, he's no longer the hand of the king. His daughter saw how snake he was, the king saw how snake he was, Riri saw how snake he was, and the fact that he had her being followed in order to be able to like discredit her attachment to the throne. You know what I'm saying? So nobody's gonna want a princess who's been deflowered, you know what I'm saying, who doesn't have honor. No king is gonna want to take that. So she basically devalued herself even more in standing what she was going to do. But the lie was that it was her and Daemon. Her and Daemon didn't do anything, even though if he could have, they probably would have. So when Otto came and said that, the king didn't believe. He came and talked to her daughter. Her daughter, his daughter said she didn't do it. And even when Alicent, who overheard her dad, slandering her best friend, went and talked to Riri about it, Riri's denial, even though she would have did it, but she kind of was telling the truth. Her and Daemon did nothing, but she didn't bring up what she had done with, Cersei. So it's going to be interesting to see what that goes from further, and how closely Riri's going to be watched, and if she can get away, or if she's totally satisfied with what she did and she's cool for right now, or if it's something where she's going to be trying to sneak around further in order for that to happen. But at the beginning of the episode, you saw Daemon come back. He bought the axe hammer thing from, the crabling, and threw it at the feet of the king, said add that to the throne, and pledged his allegiance again to his brother. But it seemed like he was only there to be able to get under the skin of the king or whatever, and that he had his eye, and that he was going to use Riri for that. And I really think that's the only reason. I think he does have some type of affection towards that, but I think he felt some type of way about dragging his innocent niece into the game he was playing with his father. And at the same time, with everything that's going on, I think Alicent and Riri are starting to learn that they're playing this Game of Thrones in the way that they have to play it. So everything is starting to get pretty interesting what's going on. Friggin' Daemon being banished again because he didn't do anything, but he didn't deny, that he did it. So that was super interesting to me on him, just like, you're going to think what you're going to think of me anyway, so why should I even take the chance to try to defend myself when it doesn't really matter? He probably felt like I'm going to get banished regardless. So it's crazy that, I even have to sit here and argue my point, on that. So, this, between everything that's going on, especially when you have younger teenagers that are coming of age and all the stuff, and you're supposed to act a certain way, it's crazy the choices the king has to make. And after him making that promise that Riri never has to worry about being dethroned, that she is his heir, and then her turning around, like, literally later, like, I will put Aegon on the throne if I have to. I'll do whatever I have to for the realm. Man, he's so two-faced and undecided about what he wants to do, and she probably feel like my dad's gonna do whatever better for him, whatever makes him look better. So it's gonna get to a point where I feel like she's not even gonna care what the hell comes out of his mouth. But this episode, even the sensual scenes, to me, were done very well. To a point where they weren't tasteless. They didn't feel like they were just in there just to be in there. The comparison of what happened was, pretty dope. And it was all set up well with, your girl being courted by all the people. She's supposed to be out there, I think, on like a 6-month or 3-month something long trip of everybody in the friggin' kingdom courting her. And she just left early because she's like, they got older men who are like 70 and boys who aren't even 11 yet, sent to come court her, and she doesn't feel like that's the way things should happen. She feels like love should be love that happens naturally. So I kind of, dig her on. So that was interesting, because the thing about her being capped off with her leaving when the fight started, because you had like some little 11-year-old lord or whatever it was, and you had like a full-grown man taunting him because of how young he was, and then the young man ended up defending his honor. They ended up fighting. He unsheathed the sword, he ended up killing the older guy. You know what I'm saying? And I know that's an important dude, but I can't remember who it is. If you guys know who that kid was, put it in the comments below, because I know it's a house that we heard of before, but I just don't recall what it is. And the way I'm recording it right now, I can't take the time to go look it up. But man, all in all, it was a very good episode, very well done. I'm looking forward to the next one, and this story is moving right along. Even with the time jumps that they're doing in order to be able to tell the story that they want to tell, is not missing a beat on what's happening. And I can't wait. And you guys can check us out on Lights, Camera, Action, talking about, what we saw so far in House of Dragon, among other things. Check out all the content, all the D23 coverage that we did right here on A+ Hero Report. Man, I can't wait. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode below. I give it an 8 out of 10. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, everything, man. We on the move. We on the move to get monetized. So make sure you show your friends and check it out. Till next time, keep it A+. This has been a Nerd Mix. I'm out.